All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's go over the stock levels here just for you. We've been calling out QQQ, that $600 level, clear as day right here. We're getting that rejection at 608. That's okay. Looking for that retest of $600 per share. If we can pull back to that $600 per share, that would be excellent. No issues with that. Just put yourself in the driver's seat here. Year to date, QQQ went $400 all the way up to 600. It is okay to have a little bit of a pullback. No issues with that. If we pull back to 593, buyers should be welcome. Let's talk about Amazon, because Amazon has took a massive dump. It is struggling to get above this $224 to $25 level. I've been making TikTok videos on it all day, and it just won't get above it. I want you to be aware that we have a little bit of a bear flag forming. It's not perfect, but if this does not hold, expect a retest down a little bit lower, down to that retest right there at $212. Amazon is a bastard. I bought 100 shares just around that $222 level. If we get a pullback, look for pullbacks. I'm going to be adding in this zone around the 212 zone, looking for that bounce up in there. Little bear flag forming, consolidating. It's got to get higher above this 225. Let me just show you on the 1 month chart here. Right there is your resistance, clear as day on Amazon. I would not go long on it. That's why I did a small share size. Do not go long on it until we get above this resistance right here. Super important with Amazon, okay? Make sure you're paying attention to that level. Don't do anything stupid. Follow your stop loss if it breaks that $217 range. Next, let's get into Google. Google stock went to 256, pulled all the way back. And with this pullback, it still looks beautiful. Guys, year to date, $140 per share. I called this out on the YouTube channel, my YouTube members plus my WAP members. Appreciate you guys paying that monthly fee, supporting the channel. Looking here, we are consolidating on Google. I'm sitting nice and tight with my shares around 150, 160 per share. No issues with that. Let's just watch it for now. Next, we're going to go over Apple. We're going through all the Mag 7 first, guys. I'm going to go through all my stocks. Then we will go through the stocks that you want. Just post it on the TikTok, and I will review them for you. All right, so right now, Apple at 260. It's at the moon right now. We're just continuing to watch. Just remember, you do have resistance at $260 right here. And this was in December of 23rd, 2024. Now we are trading right at that tippy top. So if you do see a sell-off here, it is okay. It is normal. And if it pulls back, I would assume 250 would be bought. Next, I want to go over Tesla. Tesla had a red day the other day. And people say, how come? How come? You know, all the news looks good. But people have short-term memory. Tesla was just $370. It blasted up to $470. It's okay to get this pullback. No problem at all. Goes back down to 417. Let's see where it goes. But if you use some common sense here, 488 was the resistance here on Tesla. It pulled back. It went all the way up to 470, and now we're getting that pullback. Nothing wrong with that. Looking at the 3-month chart, we are zooming out. I want to see, we saw 415 hold up. Let's see if we can hold that level. Deeper pullbacks. What I'm looking for, if I'm going to add to my position, is $370 per share. But I would not be buying this unless I'm following $417 per share. We got to hold this level. Otherwise, the move is dead, in my opinion. The reason 417 stands out to me is because you have to look at the 5-year chart, guys. Look at the 5-year chart. This was resistance at this $415 range right up in here. Now we move back and we go all the way back to this level. It's going to try to confirm $417 per share. This is where you're looking for bounces. The buyers bought on the 3rd, which was yesterday on Friday. They pushed it back up from 417 back up to 430. If 417 breaks, that is a level too short. I would be looking, if you're going to go short on Tesla, this is the move. Looking for that break of 417, retest the 416, and then push lower. That's the move to look for. That's what I would be doing with Tesla in that position. So just beware, okay? Next, let's go over Microsoft. Microsoft stock, it is trading around $516 per share. We are right here at this level 520. Got to get above 520 if we're going to move forward. I'm going to start breaking down some other stocks that I think are important to keep an eye on. Nvidia stock, always a stock you want to watch. Semiconductor, it is the leader. It's got to hold this $484 level here. Holding that $484 level, pullbacks to about 184. I could understand why people are buying it. They broke out of this resistance zone, which was around $170 to $183. I definitely would keep an eye on that stock for now. Nike stock, we own shares of it in the YouTube portfolio. You can see it if you go to my YouTube channel. This stock has sucked year to date. In the last year, it went all the way from $90 all the way down to $50. And we have shares around that 60-ish cost basis. The earnings was good, but with the tariff talk, it's just not good enough. 76 rejected. And now we are starting to pull back. It really needs to hold this $70 on Nike, otherwise it's in trouble. BBAI stock, starting a dead cat bounce here. It's trading within this zone, as you can see, from $8.50 all the way up to about $6. That's the zone we're trading in. BBAI, I will take dips at $6, but cautiously waiting at that. Klarna had a big move. I think the short sellers finally decided to start selling. They started to cover their position at $35, started pushing back up. We're saying watch out for that resistance at $45. It's already getting rejected around $44. Keeping an eye on it. Might start moving. Let's see if the move just fades. I think Bros is the move that we need to pay attention to. Dutch Bros here. We are trading here. $50 per share is about to be broken. Look at Dutch. If you go year to date, this stock has been dog shit. It has went from $86 all the way down to $50. So keep an eye on it. $86 down to $50. That's a 42% pullback. Where's your resistance? Everybody sees that we have support around $47. I would not be surprised if we see Dutch Bros break this $50 and then buy the dip on that around $47, $48, and then look for that retest to break higher. So here, it breaks the stop loss, people out, people get scared, 46, 47, and then retest that $50, and then we'll approach it when that bridge comes. So let's see what it does here. It's slowly continuing to fade off. I just think it's a stock that you need to pay attention to. I think it has a lot of opportunity. And when you look at the 1 year on it and you look at the RSI, we're 27 on that RSI. So definitely pay attention to Dutch Bros. We're 27 on the 1 year RSI. Very important to just at least keep it in mind. Doesn't mean it's the buy. Doesn't mean it's a buy automatically, but you just got to be cautious looking into this. I think Dutch Bros is something that is worth playing. That bag holders up at $80 or 42% down on something interesting. Looking at Open Stock. Open Stock is consolidating right now at this $8.17 up to $11. Something to keep in mind here. Let's see where it goes. If it breaks this $7.50, that is something that I would be interested if it pulls back and breaks $7, moves down to $6. I probably will be an investor of Open, but you just got to be careful. Does that mean the move is dead is really what you got to ask yourself. I want to break into a little bit of just 4 crypto coins that I like to look at. You have Ethereum at 5,000, pulled back to 4,400. Look for pullbacks. As long as it holds 38.90, 4,000, I'm interested in ETH. Continued dollar cost average. ETH. Solana, we called this pullback at 200. It made a nice pop to 230. It is trading within this zone for you guys to see. As long as we maintain this nice trend, we are doing okay. Looking at XRP. XRP is pulling right in here. Is finally in this wedge. Is it breaking out of this wedge is really the question mark here. We just got to wait and see. It's got to break above $3 for XRP. Bitcoin making new highs. Beautiful. 124. There's your resistance top. If you can get above that, as long as it's trading in this trend channel, you are perfectly fine with Bitcoin. Adobe is another stock that I'm watching for the YouTube portfolio. Very interested. Right now, I want to see some more depth. I'm looking at year to date. Let's just reset the chart here. Give me 1 second. Resetting the chart. We were at $638 per share. The real question is it going to stop bleeding? Pulling back all the way. Let me get rid of that. Hold on. Pulling back all the way from $638 per share. That pullback is a 47% year-to-date decline. On the 1 year chart, I'm starting to notice the RSI is still only 43. So watching that. and then looking for the pullback a little bit deeper on that 5-year. Look at the 5-year on Adobe. This is where I want Adobe. Adobe will be in my portfolio around $300 per share. Continuing to watch, zooming out on this. Stocks can die, they can always get cheaper. Let's go over Cardano. Let's see if this comes up. This is Cardano, 84 cents. Is it really only 84 cents? Interesting. So yeah, it went up to $3 per share. It's not even letting me zoom out. Here we go. So Cardano, I remember trading this around 2021, 2022. Interesting. This is, what position is this for TA? What do you mean for TA? What is TA? I'm not sure what TA means. I'm using Webull just to do the charts for you guys. And I also use Gemini where I buy my cryptocurrencies. You can also check that out in the YouTube. Under my bio, you can get the referral link if you want. I get $75. You get $75 when you sign up. So here, it's under my YouTube channel to get it though. So you can click on it in the TikTok bio. So anyways, Cardano is a coin that I was interested in adding to. I didn't realize it was 84 cents. So I appreciate you calling it out. I'm gonna set some alerts on it. If it pulls back to 50 cents, I'm gonna join you in that Cardano run. Next, guys, let's take a look at Intel. This is one of the most underappreciated companies, I feel like, of the last 5 years. I don't know if you guys knew, but that Reddit holder that bought $800,000 worth, around $30, if he's still holding, the guy's got balls of steel. And if you look at it, he is finally up. It was at $30. He's up to 36 bucks. So if he's still holding his $800,000, he's actually up pretty well right now. But he had to hold for a couple of years. It held that $18 static line. We got to see what it does here. Is it going to continue to hold here? But this is a very easy risk reward play if you're going to trade Intel stock. Intel stock for the longest time was struggling around this $32 per share. Then it had rejection. So $30 to $32, around that range, is where I would be looking if we get a pullback. If we get pullbacks on this, I am looking for this move back down here. $31, $32, consolidation, push higher. If it fails to do that, your stop loss is below this because you have multiple markers with this bull flag, pull back to $29, and then boom, back up to 36. That's what I'm looking for with Intel, being patient. It can continue making higher highs right now. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm looking for. Starbucks, if you're part of my WAP, you know I added down on this dip at $81. We're starting to get a nice bounce at 86. It's not out of the weeds yet. It is basically trying to hold this channel right here. It has to maintain this trend channel. But right now, with Brian Nichols closing a bunch of stores, redoing the management, getting shareholder confidence up here, they're cutting out some of the weeds, the companies that, the stores that aren't doing as well profitability wise. Let's see if it can continue holding this trend line. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like what he's doing with the business. He was proven with Chipotle. So I'm a long-term holder of Starbucks in my YouTube portfolio. But I'll collect that dividend at a time, keep my portfolio of Starbucks less than 5%. If we are consolidating here, if we break, we're definitely headed lower to $74. So I'm definitely aware of the risks and benefits of this when it comes to Starbucks, but it's something that I like collecting that 2 to 3% dividend as I'm going. So let's just continue doing that. We'll check out Target in a second. Achieve this goal. It says 3 gifters send heart puffs. TikTok sends these things. We're going to put this heart goal, flash goal on. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what a heart is, but we're new to the TikTok live. So we have the TikTok live going while we're making this stream. Guys, going over Target. Target on the 5-year chart has absolutely been decimated. Let's pin that to the top. There we go. So if you look at Target, $239. I see why you're looking at this, because you see this massive potential here. Let me just move this over. Let's get the trend line. Let's look at the damage. $239 down to 89. That's a 63% pullback. Pretty wild. Always remember this. The cheap can get cheaper. It doesn't mean that this is going to be a buying opportunity. Let's go over a few things. On the 1 year RSI, we're at 42. So we're 42 on that RSI on Target. We're taking a peek at this. $85 is your low. If you're going long on Target, even at $89, $90, You got to keep $85 as your stop loss. You can see it clear as day right here. This is the line in the sand because the cheap can get cheaper. And when I go out on the 5-year chart, the low that it was at is around $77 per share. So if you break this $85, $86, you're going lower. Just keep that in mind for target. Nothing wrong trading it, but I definitely would keep an eye on this, watching it here. You definitely have buyers coming in, looking at that 1 month chart. Buyers definitely came in and scooped up around $86, $87. But you're trading the end of the move. The stock has died. It had this nice consolidation here, but it sold off. It couldn't hold it. And I really have to go almost out on a 5-year chart. And to be bullish on this, we got to get above at least $100 per share. $100 per share at a minimum to be trading this. So if you want to buy the dip here, keep your stop loss tight. $85, keep it tight. Don't lose too much money on target. It's in a downtrend right now. But you might be viewing this as a double bottom, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just follow your stop loss if you are going to do that. That's all I'm going to ask for. Guys, make sure you are covering your butt when you're doing this. Next, any shorts? Oh, so I see any shorts. The short that we just reviewed, I'm not sure if you saw it.